All right, guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how I do portraits, right? So let's get started. Remember, smack that like button, hit the subscribe, leave a comment. Any feedback will be appreciated. First, you want to begin with bringing in the image that you want to do. And we'll start with my boy, Alec Baldwin. All right, so you bring in the image. I'm using Procreate here, right? But if you understand layers, you can do it with a lot of different programs, but we're going with Procreate. So once you bring in the image, you'll have it on its own layer. Then you create another layer on top of that image. And I will be using airbrushing. Some people like painting, but I use airbrush. It's a little softer to me. I just like it. So I'm starting off with a hard brush. And then you begin outlining certain features of the character that you brought in. And you want to get it as close to what you see as possible, right? But you don't have to put every little detail in. You can save that for the final touches. And with the hair, of course, you know you don't have to put in every strand, but you want to put in the direction of the different sections of each hair, like the front and the sides, the direction in which the hair is going, right? Just so you have an understanding where the strands are going. And as you see, this image that I brought in is cut off on the top, and this is where your drawing skills will come in, you know, to add features that might not be there, right? So I had the top of his hair. And at the end of that, you'll be left with drawing outline of the character that you want to do, right? And the next step to that, once you have the initial drawing, is delete the image that you brought in, because you don't want any features from that to throw your rendering off. All right, so that just will make you, at least that's what I do. I delete it, get rid of it, and I usually will have it on another device, either another phone, but I have an iPad mini here that I'm gonna be using just for reference material so I can look back and forth as I'm doing it, right? And another thing here is I created, I have the image of Alec Baldwin in my photos, so I could come here now and go to the palettes and create a palette from new from photos. Find the photo, and the photo I'm using, I erase the background because it just gets confusing with the colors that you might not need. So I created it with a white background, and these are all the main colors of the Alec Baldwin image, minus the background. And once you have that, you are ready to go, right? And I'll go to the classic, and that way I'll just have the palette that I made. And this is my last colors that I use, but you don't worry about that, right? Some people name it, but we're just gonna go through it, right? All right, so let's get started. And from here on out, another thing that I like to do is create an image, another layer under, this was the sample sketch layer, delete that, under the pencil layer, because at the end I'm gonna merge the pencil and the color layer and get to the blending of both. But for now, as we're building up the colors, we're using its own layer, and the pencil or the sketched out image will remain on top. All right, guys, so let's go and let's get into the time lapse. All right, and finally, I'm just touching it up with the smudge stick here. And there you have it, folks. We are done. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. So until next time, y'all be good and be safe. Peace.